Jovia. Ng'oyolekera ku lugendo luno olw'obulamu nkuwa ekirabo eky'amaanyi agatazizibwa, amaanyi okulabibwa n'okuwulirwa mu mawanga ageewala ennyo, okutuuka buli wamu nga yadde togenzeeyo, ensi yonna ng'ekuli mu ngalo. Okutambula mu biseera n'okumanya buli kimu ekirina okumanyibwa. Jovia, kino kye kirabo kyange gy'oli.
Tewali kkubo ku ki ky'osobola okukola ku mukutu nnandameggwa ogwa MTN.
In this family, we can't agree on anything.
Martha.
We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play.
Martha.
Ndowoza Mulabi, we can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
A very good evening and a warm welcome to our first edition of UBC News Tonight on this second day of November 2023. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimito. Now in our top stories tonight, we have President Museveni has commissioned a fruit processing plant in Nakasongola. We also do have the telecom giant MTN contributing towards the Busoga royal wedding. The East Busoga Diocese Organizing Committee ready for consecration of Paul Subi. And of course in sports, the news about town. Paul Putt is the new head of the Uganda Cranes. Now we start off this newscast with our first headlining story. This evening, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has today commissioned Chike Tropical Fruits Limited Extraction and Refinery Plant situated in Kakoge, Nakasongola district. The factory deals in fruit processing, and we have more details in this report.
During the commissioning, the president thanked Mr. Francis Mugabe, the proprietor of the factory, and his family for joining Uganda's fight against poverty.
So I really want to congratulate njagala kwebaza Olivia, njagala kwebaza ne Francis. Konga Francis naye kirabeka alina gaali bindi ezitunula bulungi kubanga yatandikira mu kusaka ebiguniya.
President Museveni told the audience that for years now he has been advising Ugandans to get involved in commercial agriculture, but with calculations.
And we told you that if you have got 4 acres now, in 1 acre, put coffee, colonial coffee. In the 2nd acre, put fruits, fruits. In the 2nd acre, put fruits. Which fruits? Oranges, mangoes, or pineapples. That was 95.
President Museveni also donated a Fuso truck to the fruit farmers in Greater Luweero to help them transport the agricultural produce. The Minister for Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Matia Kasaija, thanked the proprietor of Chike Tropical Fruits Limited for joining the crusade of industrialization and offering jobs to the Ugandan youth.
We are putting on the market, as far as jobs are concerned, 700,000 youth, and normally we are creating between 300 to 400 new jobs. So where do we take those younger people? So Francis, you definitely, I would also, when you expand, I would also encourage you to increase on the job facilities so that these youth who are coming from educational institutions, they get a job and they become stable and they become post-full.
The Minister of State for Investment and Privatization, Evelyn Anite, described Chike Tropical Fruits Limited as a unique factory because it's one of the manufacturing plants that came as a result of President Museveni's continuous call to Ugandans to wake up from the sleep.
Good news is, Your Excellency, you've resolved this problem by allowing UDB more capitalization, and therefore I've given assurance, and I want to give the assurance publicly, that the $1 million request that Mr. Kike wants, we will indeed ensure that it is given to him. And this is not because he has asked in your presence, this is because he's a good debtor. Your Excellency, Mr. Kike, for all the banks from whom he has gone to pick a loan, including DFCU, he has paid back their loans.
The proprietor of the factory, Francis Mugabe, thanked President Museveni for honoring their invitation before revealing that the day is a special one for him. Chike Tropical Fruits and fellow traders in Greater Luweero, who have supported him for the last 20 years of doing business.
In the local market, while our pineapple pulp had high demand in the European market and other export market. Your Excellency, right now Kike is exporting its pineapple concentrate to the EU market. Our products have been tested and they meet the required standards of the EU market, and that's why we are exporting. Let me conclude by thanking you and the government for putting in place policies and programs that favor agro-industrialization, import substitution, job creation, wealth creation to promote socio-economic transformation among our people.
Due to increased demand for the factory's products, Mugabe informed the president that he had acquired a loan from the Uganda Development Bank, UDB, to upscale and expand the capacity.
We need your advice. Ng'omuzadde, ng'omukulembeze, otukwatireko. Tulabe nti ne apples zaffe ziri mu Uganda. We can add value to them and we substitute the importation.
Established in 2019, the state-of-the-art plant has the processing capacity of 1,000 metric tons of fresh fruits each season and supports more than 1,000 farmers of mangoes, pineapples and passion fruits from the districts of Greater Luweero, Greater Masaka, West Nile, Northern and Bukedi sub-regions in Uganda.
We do celebrate a milestone in
Leading telecommunication company MTN Uganda Limited has become the latest to rally behind Busoga Kingdom ahead of the royal wedding. Sheraton Hotel Kampala was the venue at which the telecom giants announced a contribution towards the November 18th, 2023 royal wedding.
This is the time when every Ugandan has joined hands to promote the Busoga culture. We thank you and thank you very much. We thank you for your prayers. We thank you for your contribution. Now, we are going to have pre-events, and they are going to be in 14 different places in Busoga. Our happiness will be delivered by Nile Breweries. Our communication will be delivered by MTN as our major sponsors.
As the days wind down towards one of the most eagerly awaited ceremonies in Busoga, telecom giants MTN have announced its contribution to the royal wedding.
So for us as MTN, it is a great privilege to be able to announce this afternoon our contribution to the upcoming royal wedding, which is set to take place on November 18. This event marks a significant milestone in the history of the Busoga Kingdom, and we are proud to be part of this historic occasion. As our contribution to this event, we will be making a contribution of 250 million shillings, which will make this day, which we hope will make this day even more special.
Slated for November 18, 2023, the royal wedding of the Chabazinga William Gabrana Diope and the Queen Consort Jovia Mutesi is symbolic and is awaited far and beyond the Busoga region.
Resources have come through companies. Our major sponsors happen to be MTN and Nile Breweries. Those are our major sponsors. But there is a bigger sponsor, the one who stands on the hill, who has been the president of the Republic of this country. We want to thank him. We want to thank all the political parties that have contributed.
The glamorous occasion that is expected to draw people from all walks of life will be at Christ Cathedral, Bugembe.
This is the time when every Ugandan.
Kyambogo University has set up a special committee to investigate allegations of sex for marks and money for marks for one to graduate. The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Eli Katunguka, says the vice will be addressed in accordance to the university rules.
Kyambogo University has set up a special committee to investigate allegations of sex for marks and money for marks, the vice that was reported in the media recently. The established committees to operate under the direct supervision of the academic registrar. The committees met to investigate allegations of sex and money for marks before the clearance date of 8th November for the graduation.
Council directed that the academic registrar's office handles the receipt of these complaints. Once they have been received, they will be analyzed, and then an investigation will begin. There is an investigative mechanism of how we investigate these issues. Bring in the senior legal office, bring in the human resource people, and then once we find some evidence that these allegations are true, then we shall take disciplinary measures.
Those found culpable face dismissal from the university and associated criminal charges.
The issues of sex for marks, sex for grades, is a worldwide problem. But that is to say we do not condone it. So we have heard about it. So when we get concrete information, we investigate and we punish these people. We don't condone these actions.
Victims of the vice are invited to offer evidence in the facilitation of the investigations.
We have a mechanism of protecting whistleblowers. We don't reveal their names. We receive the complaint, but we don't disclose where the complaint came from. So if there is some validity in this complaint, they will still be investigated without revealing who said it.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education and Sports has taken over a debt of 2.6 billion shillings, which the nation shares colleges owe Kyambogo University.
The Ministry of Education has agreed to take over the debt and pay Kyambogo in 2 academic years. So the Ministry of Education has agreed to take over the debt and pay Kyambogo, and they will work with the NTCs, see how they recover that money.
The university is conducting final clearance steps for the graduation, which is due for next month on 6th, and all finalists are expected to present clearance requirements by 8th of November 2023, despite the ongoing investigations of sex and money for marks. Abdu Nasser Lubwama and Kumagum Rogers for UBC.
The Minister General Duties Office of the Prime Minister, Justin Kasule Lumumba, has unveiled a program for the consecration of the newly elected proposed Bishop of East Busoga Diocese. She also confirmed President Museveni's attendance of the same function.
To be consecrated and installed on the 19th November 2023. All well-wishers from Uganda, our people in the Busoga region, and for us from the districts of Namayingo and Bugiri, I can't ask you for support because this is your function. So we need support. We need both support in terms of prayers, but also in terms of finances.
Allow me to take this opportunity to inform the country that we as Busoga, we are so blessed that God has given us two gifts at the same time. We are here to inform you that we are getting the East Busoga Diocese on the 19th of this month. And yet at the same time, you know, we are also going to get a mother the day before as Busoga, as Basoga. So we are here to say thank you to the Lord, but continue praying that the two functions go on very well. Specifically today we are here to have a meeting to make sure we have a good function that befits the graces we have been able to get from God. Most importantly, to thank the House of Bishops for having given us somebody who has the personality ready to lead us. On the 19th, we shall be having the bishop, the Archbishop of Church of Uganda, Dr. Kazimba Mugalu, to come and perform his role of consecrating a new bishop for us and also establishing a new diocese for us as the people of Bukoli, proposed East Busoga. His Excellency the President on Monday confirmed in Cabinet that he will attend, and he promised, he gave already order for the support to be given to us. All of that we have to say is companies, those in East Busoga, Obujiri and Namayingo, individuals within and outside, come and support us and identify with us on this historic event.
And I just want to thank you for your prayers and to tell you that our election as Bishop of East Busoga Diocese was purely because of the grace of God. It was not by human effort. God had to say, no, don't run anymore. I am calling you to serve.
State Minister for Energy, Opolot Okasai, has reaffirmed the government's commitment to provide hydroelectric power to all its established installations in Kabarole district. Minister Okasai made this commitment during a district tour at the invitation of State Minister for Local Government, Victoria Businje Rusoke.
Minister Rusoke guided Minister Okasai through various government establishments that have remained non-operational due to lack of power. Minister Rusoke expressed her appreciation for the NRM government's investment in infrastructure and its effort to bring essential services closer to the people.
About one small thing, but they are promised to fulfill, that is engraving the furniture around. So I invited the Minister of State for Energy, the Honorable Kasai, to come and see where we need power most. I took him to all the health centers newly built. 6 of them, they don't have power. And I also took him to the newly constructed seed schools. We were in Kichwamba, we've been to St. Joseph's Karangura. This is St. Paul's Nyabwea Seed School. Completed with everything. I took him to the laboratory where we need power most, and he has accepted to take a report and make sure of the connections Kabarole district is going to get. The priority is going to be in the seed schools and in the health centers.
She pointed out that several seed schools constructed and equipped by the government lack power connections, which significantly hampers science education, particularly computer-related lessons.
And the nurses testified that they cannot keep vaccines because they don't have power. So he promised the power will be there. The good thing, the surveyors are around, and the first focus is in the health centers and schools. I'm hopeful soonest we shall have power. And that's what government wants. And we are lucky. This building, which was built by parents, we have already put some sewing machines from a donor, and the girls are getting skills and the boys, so we are happy.
Godfrey Businge, the head teacher of St. Paul Nyabwea Seed School, informed ministers Okasai and Rusoke that despite having 29 computers, they are unable to use them to their full potential due to the absence of reliable power.
This room has a CCTV camera one, has a projector, has a Wi-Fi router for internet. However, we don't have electricity to run this building. We don't have solar to run this building. We are entirely depending on a generator which I bought.
This initiative aims to address the power deficiencies that have hindered the functionality of vital government installations in Kabarole district.
The amount of power which is used in any community actually is an indicative how that community has developed. Communities which don't use electricity are not developed. Communities which get into electricity are actually richer and live better lives. Even, the population growth in areas which have got electricity goes down because people spend time doing other things, unlike the other areas where there is no electricity.
Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
The police female spouses for the officers residing in Kampala metropolitan areas have appealed to government to consider a salary enhancement and promotion for their husbands, as well as improving their housing facilities. The spouses have been interacting with the NRM Secretary General Richard Todwong at a meeting held at the party secretariat in Kampala.
The NRM Secretary General Richard Todwong has held an open-door interaction with the leadership of the Uganda police officers' female spouses living in police barracks situated in the Kampala metropolitan area.
Todwong oye!
These female spouses are from the barracks of Ntinda, Naguru, Nsambya, Fabricate, Kireka, Mukono, Wandegeya, Kabalagala, Kasangati, Ori Kampala, Nateta, among others.
So the party decided to interact with you, to share with you a few things and see how best we can work with you to support you in your various endeavors and activities in the barracks.
In their submissions, they told the Secretary General Richard Todwong that they have played a significant role in the government's development programs.
We have NADS program where the families of police have benefited.
Despite their roles in the nation building, these female spouses to the serving officers have challenges ranging from poor housing to salary enhancement of their husbands.
You get a police officer occupying one room with 5 children and some are grown up. Please, sir, we seek your help. Go and talk to him. Say that women are not happy. That's why some of them, they don't have homes in the villages. Though we sleep in Mama Ingia Pole of ours. Please, I'm begging you, you go and tell him. Also when he make us happy and pay our husbands in a good way, we shall also make him happy. We are suffering, but he doesn't know.
They also want Electoral Commission to gazette polling stations within police barracks as opposed to voting from outside the barracks.
And some of us, we have polling stations which are outside the barracks.
Why is it in Uganda police, they give us halfway, and in army, for them, they are 2,400 hours with electricity power? Are we not in the same force?
Nobody has the power to intimidate any NRM supporter. We are going to give you our line, and I want to have a private meeting with you, madam. We are going to investigate that to the end. Yes. And that is when you will know that NRM is a party. Because we were wondering why you are not properly voting for us. Kume, there were some jiggers around harassing you, even removing you from houses. I heard about that, by the way. You are being removed from houses. They don't give you your food ratio. They deploy your husbands during voting time. They are deployed outside home. We are going to handle that.
For those who have lost their husbands while on duty, delayed compensation benefits to their late husbands is also a matter of concern to them.
But some of these women take even more than 3 years, 5 years processing their benefit.
They told the Secretary General of the ruling NRM party, Richard Odom, to arrange for them an audience with the president
and interact with him and express.
Robert Onyango, UBC News.
UBC News Tonight. Now, dozens of Ugandans are attending Kiswahili and Art of Public Speaking lessons organized by the National Resistance Movement Party at the party headquarters in Nakasero. The NRM Secretary General, Richard Todwong, says the party aims to impart Kiswahili language and public speaking skills to party cadres and interested members of the public in a bid to fast-track the East African integration agenda.
You say hiki. 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 Yes, next.
The NRM Secretary General Richard Tatuong says the current positive attitude towards Kiswahili is meant to popularize it through teaching it. This is aimed at making it the language most spoken in all East African countries.
Initiated this program to help our cadres who are not good at speaking Kiswahili to polish up their knowledge in Kiswahili language. Because with the East African Federation, the country is opening up to the region. And there are quite a number of opportunities in terms of businesses, in terms of jobs that our cadres can benefit from the region. When you go to Eastern Congo, the majority of the population there speaks Kiswahili. Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, everybody speaks Kiswahili. So we are surrounded by a Kiswahili-speaking population. Therefore, we need to uplift the capacity of our members to be able to communicate effectively with the population of the region so that we consolidate the quest for East African Federation better.
NRM party cadres and senior citizens maintain that strengthening of Kiswahili as Uganda's main language will promote rapid and solid regional cooperation and lead the country to development and unity.
Swahili is one of the business languages of East Africa. So how are we going to do business in DRC, in South Sudan, in Rwanda, in Tanzania and Kenya if you don't know Swahili?
East African region as a bloc is going to benefit most of the Ugandans, especially the business people. Because if you go in most of the towns like Nairobi, Dar es Salaam, you go to Bujumbura, you go to Kigali, and even Juba, and now Kampala, most of the business people, they do communicate in Swahili, and when they want to do business, their main language is Kiswahili.
They emphasized the significance to equip party members with diverse communication skills for better engagement with Kiswahili-speaking communities across East Africa as key in building solid connections and fostering understanding among citizens within the region. The Kiswahili and public speaking lessons are held every Wednesday at the NRM National Secretariat from 9 a.m. to midday, a program that is open. UBC News.
Security forces have blocked the National Unity Platform from opening their head office in Kampala on grounds that there were many more other VIP events in the same area of Kawempe Division. There was heavy deployment in Kabarole, a Kampala suburb, where the new headquarters were to be opened. Police spokesperson for Kampala Metropolitan, Patrick Onyango, says NUP is free to open their offices on any other day.
There was heavy deployment of police and military at Makerere Kavulin Kawempe Division, where the new head offices of the National Unity Platform was meant to be opened this morning.
Just a minute, let me talk to him. You can have that discussion.
Security blocked all the delegates and officials that was invited to attend the grand opening.
Have very many activities that are ongoing today around Kawempe Division. And these activities are going to be their VIPs who are going to attend some of the activities. And we anticipated that public disorder would arise from that area. So we had to deploy to prevent them from disrupting any activities that were going on in the division.
This left many of the delegates and officials, including members of parliament, frustrated.
We were only surprised this morning to come here, and the headquarters have been seized by security forces, which is contrary to what is provided for under the law. Of course, it is a shame to NRM, which has been in existence to the extent of 39 years, when they don't have a headquarter like ours. That notwithstanding, we are committed, we are going to open up this office, come what may.
Whoever does something right in Uganda is wrong, and whoever is wrong is right. Because these guys, how can you deny somebody from going to his home? We are not the ones who refuse NRM from building their own party headquarters. They have jealousy. Within a short period of time, they are seeing all the people with us. So I'm appealing to all of you Ugandans, don't just keep there.
Just to be a freedom of association as a party. We're a registered party in Uganda and doing politics. We have numbers in parliament. So if we are organizing ourselves for the better future of our party, I don't think government should come in and stop us from opening our offices.
The NUP, in a media briefing addressed by the party president Robert Chagulanya at the old offices in Kamocha, condemned the acts by the security.
Never mind the fact that we never invited them and we didn't even ask for their security.
The Transcultural Psychosocial Organization, TPO, has prioritized mental health services for Nachivale refugees in Isingiro district as part of a fundamental humanitarian obligation to uphold their basic human rights. Now, this comes on the heels of depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder suffered by many refugees resulting from linguistic and cultural associated barriers.
As refugees enter Uganda's border points, they come with deep-rooted conflicts and trauma.
Amasasu gakuba bulijjo ku makya n'ekiro n'oba omwana fuluma mu nyumba omwana muto n'asanga ngo bamaze kusara kataata we omutwe n'agamba tapaala obwongo ne butandika kukola ki ne bwekyankalanya.
The failure to address mental health needs has hindered their ability to adapt and live a positive life in their refugee settlement camps.
We deliver services through group-based counseling. These counseling sessions target both adults and children. So there are specific activities that are meant for adults and then other activities are meant for children. And when we look at the approach we have been using, we use systems strengthening, referral system is strengthening, linkages and partnerships.
63% of Nachivale refugees had post-traumatic stress disorder and other social challenges due to displacement.
The pharmacological interventions that we are giving, and they account for about 60% of the specialized cases that we manage through giving medication. And also epilepsy-related mental disorders such as epilepsy-induced psychosis and the depression, especially those ones who are under medication.
For the last 2 years, 1,140 individuals in Nachivale refugee settlement have benefited from individualized counseling post-traumatic stress disorder under transcultural psychosocial organization program.
These individuals have benefited from different services. There are those that benefit from individualized counseling, where you find individuals are talking to clinical psychologists one-on-one. Those are specialized cases that you are talking about. We have individuals that have benefited from group-based interventions.
TPO psychiatrists give proper mental health care to empower Nachivale refugees to cope with the challenges of displacement from their countries of origin. TPO focuses on addressing key preventive and curative measures for mental health and psychosocial outcomes, including improving skills to make meaningful life for refugees in host community settlements. In the world of conflicts and persecution, Uganda stands as a beacon of hope to over 1.5 million displaced refugees coming from Burundi, Rwanda, DR Congo, Ethiopia, Somalia, and Eritrea.
The Committee of Agriculture at Parliament has kick-started its hearings on the Animal Feeds Bill 2023 as directed by the Deputy Speaker, who referred the bill to the committee for further examination. This bill seeks to establish a legal framework for implementing the animal feeds policy. We have more on this report.
The Committee of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries has kick-started its examination into the Animal Feeds Bill 2023 that was referred to this committee by the Deputy Speaker for scrutiny after it was introduced to Parliament by the Minister Frank Tumwebaze. While appearing before the committee, State Minister for Animal Husbandry Bright Ramirama said the bill will address the issues of inadequate animal nutrition, naming it a factor that limits livestock production in the country.
The committee, because there were arguments that you are putting too much restrictions on the farmers. So, but you see, at the end of the day, the farmer is producing for the market.
According to the minister, the expected outcomes of the bill are many, as he mentions.
The bill introduces better methods of production system and gives guidelines on the right standard of feeds that the animals should feed for protection of our consumers. The bill also provides an opportunity for farmers who don't have very big chunks of land to do farming on zero grazing units, because now the feeds will be regulated and the farmers will not be cheated.
The Animal Feeds Bill 2023 is divided into 5 parts with several sections, including preliminary regulation of production, manufacture, importation, exportation, distribution, transportation, sales of feeds, among others.
The bill is actually about international trade, is about protection of the consumer, is about increasing production and productivity, and bringing fair trade in the value chain of the animal production system.
In this bill, government proposes tough penalties for dealers in illegal animal feeds.
These are normal penalties, fines. Some serious ones can attract some years in prison.
Also, government wants to ensure that all persons who intend to produce, store, transport and sell these feeds is licensed.
But as long as this law is in place to guide the industry.
The committee overseeing animal feeds production, transportation, exportation and importation is established under Clause 23 of the bill, and this committee would consist of the commissioner responsible for animal production as its chairperson. Shamim Naiga and Gloria Gwetabinji, Parliament.
UBC News Tonight takes a very short break, but we return with more stories after these messages.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Ndeka wena mulamu.
Wena kambona ku.
Otyo. Mbake myerubona. Mubere muri kolati.
Ndide kulagira ono ngeri jiba wayo kumbaga ya mwene ngwakozesa momope.
Eisimu eriwa je buri ko.
Tola yesimu wena nakobya ironi geisimu tobulira.
Eisimu nyingi.
Niga sita ndala mukaga 5 sita 3 otewe ashi onige yesi. Balese chawo.
Balese merchant code je balisaba. Mama kadi bati.
Kayo buzono wachi tamu nsanvu nsanvu mirundi 3.
Balisaba.
Tamu sente lewe.
Amount. Baleta mobile money.
Mobile money.
Balikunsa bapini.
Ebucha utampiniyo.
Iwa imwe sasula
aye baba embaga ya mwene mwe kuoniza
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cashback every week. It's free of charge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Are you passionate about a healthy living and wealth generation for your household? Learn how you can easily tap wealth and health from Mother Nature using science and technology. Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius Echuma Chiwagala Chuma has written a knowledge-packed book, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee. Grab your copy today at 20,000 shillings only at Prof Bio Research Equatorial Mall, Aristoc Booklex branches, Acacia Mall, Garden City, Kampala Road, and Jumia, Uganda. Or call 0703-152-152 for deliveries. Remember, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee book is autographed by Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius himself.
Sebo.
Yes?
This is the bill.
What?
Malaria testing, 10,000. Treatment, 100,000 since we put on drip.
Hey, Musao, can you read this for me? Before I brought my wife here, I'd already spent money on buying herbal medicine and drugs from the pharmacy, which didn't work.
But Sebo, the government gave out mosquito nets. Doesn't your family use them?
We got the mosquito nets, but they got holes and we didn't know what to do.
Protect your loved ones from malaria. Sew your mosquito nets whenever they get damaged to keep the mosquitoes away. Ensure all nets are tied up every morning to avoid damaging them. Ensure that everyone in your family sleeps under a treated mosquito net every night, whether it is a cold or hot season. Together, we can chase malaria out of Uganda. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Global Fund.
Becoming an international student can seem like a very complicated process. You want to study in the US or Canada, but you're unsure about the application process, what to apply for, and the related costs and expenses. Here is the thing. The Illum Students Fair will take place on the 8th of November this year. So come to the Sheraton Hotel Kampala and you'll meet expert advisors from top US and Canadian universities. They'll help you make sense of your study dream. For more information, call 0702 628-446 or visit our website, asafevents.com.
The doctor says you are getting better. I have a list of suspects in my file here, but I need you to help me identify the thief who attacked you. This cat thief again.
Malaria is a thief. Don't let it rob you and your loved ones. Prevent it by sleeping under a mosquito net. Clear bushes and all stagnant water around you. If you notice any symptoms, go to a health center near you to test and treat, and ensure to complete your full dose to avoid severe malaria, which could lead to death.
Netu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Netu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Welcome back from that break, and now into the business scene. Uganda Hotel and Tourism Training Institute exams for the year 2022-2023 have been released at a function officiated by the Minister for Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, Colonel Tom Butime. This function was held at the Ministry of Tourism headquarters, and about 197 students completed these exams with an 84% pass rate. We have more.
Uganda Hotel and Tourism Training Institute has relapsed the 2023 examination with an 84% pass rate out of the 220 students that enrolled for the 2022-23 intake. At least 197 were able to sit their final examinations.
Today we wish to declare 170 students of hotel, a diploma in hotel management, a diploma in tourism management, a diploma in pastry and bakery management, national certificate in hotel operations, national certificate in pastry and bakery, national certificate in tour guiding, who have fully completed their academics and qualified for the award of those qualifications to be declared and passed for graduation.
The results were officially released by the Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, Colonel Tom Butime, who commended the work of the Institute as he pledged more government support for tourism workforce training.
I thank and congratulate the board, management of UHTTI and staff of the Institute for accomplishing yet another milestone of the 14th graduation supposed to take place very soon. As a ministry, we are proud of UHTTI for the role it plays in development of critical human resources in the tourism industry.
Though many have passed, there was a significant decrease in the number of students who completed their respective courses, which decline the academic registrar attributed to COVID-19.
Today, 2nd November, we've released the results for the Institute for the graduates who complete their programs. Those who enrolled in 2019 studied for 3 years, that is diploma in hotel management. This year round, 41 are graduating in total. And last year, the same program, we had 55 who graduated in diploma in hotel management only. There is a decline because of COVID. This time there is a way it affected the graduation level.
Out of the 197 students, 170 are expected to graduate on the 16th of November 2023. Mariona Wori and Grace Kemigisa, UBC.
The Ministry of Education and Sports has pledged to fast-track the process of enacting the Technical Vocational Education Training Law that aims at streamlining TVET delivery and assessment. While presiding over the release of the July-August 2023 UBTEB examination results at the Uganda Institute of Information and Communication Technology in Nakawa, the State Minister for Higher Education, Dr. John Chrysostom Muyingo, said the TVET system must be employer-led to provide skills for the 21st century.
Ministry of Education and Sports and Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board have released the July-August 2023 end-of-program examination results. 3,051 candidates registered for the examinations from 36 centres. Only 2,615, that is 86% of them, turned up for the examinations, while 436 of the candidates were absent, and this is being attributed to failure by candidates to meet the fees requirements, engaging in the world of work and sickness. Out of the 2,651 candidates who sat the exams, 81% successfully acquired all competences in their respective trades. Physical and biological sciences diploma programs performed well, while there is need to solve the problem of engineering mathematics 3.
If you are doing a diploma in civil engineering, it means that you have to go to the university. And at the university, this math is critical. So we have to prepare them for that. But the long-term solution to this is that once we have our technology university, according to the law, which is soon going to Parliament, then we shall see how to look at this math and maybe to look at applied math, not that.
Diploma holders from these technical and vocational institutions join university, and engineering mathematics is required for the entry. Now, Ministry of Education has pledged to fast-track the processes enacting the TVET law to streamline assessment.
In note of the request by the board chairperson to fast-track the TVET law aimed at streamlining TVET delivery and assessment, I expect this act to be enacted soon.
Ministry of Education and Sports has also cancelled examination results for 55 candidates for involvement in examination malpractice. The board has also embarked on the process of rolling out modularized assessment for diploma programs effective 2023-2024 academic year.
Now, under modular assessment, we are more focused on the skills, competence-based assessment than these academic theory examinations, and we have seen that really people pass at that level because people are focused, and also percentages change: 70% continuous and practical, 30% summative theory.
Meanwhile, the Minister for Primary Education, Dr. Joyce Moriku Kaduku, has launched the partnership between the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda and UBTEB, where ICPAU has handed over mandate to assess and conduct examinations for accounting technician diploma to UBTEB.
Today's rollout of the roadmap for the assessment of ATD to UBTEB will help institutions to teach accounting and other related programs in accordance with the Ugandan Accountancy Qualifications Framework. UBTEB, working with ICPAU, will accredit any tertiary institutions, including universities and those interested in offering ATD, examined and assessed by UBTEB.
Accountants of Uganda for God and my country.
I'm Navka Farida and Ganga Henry. in Kampala.
And now on to sports. After months of searching for a new head coach, FUFA has appointed Belgian coach Paul Put as a new coach. The tactician with vast experience takes on charge for 2 years.
Handshake. Thank you very much. Eyes this way. Eyes.
Belgian coach Joseph Paul Put is the new head coach of the Uganda Cranes, succeeding Molebie Kwaso, who temporarily led the team following the departure of Serbian Milutin Micho.
This is to introduce Mr. Paul Put as the new coach for the senior team men, the Uganda Cranes.
The Belgian joins Uganda on a 2-year employment contract, and his immediate task will be to guide the Cranes past Guinea and Somalia in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers this month in Morocco.
We believe in our choice of the coach, and as the Federation we want to guarantee that we will give the coach maximum support that he needs. He's a coach who has a profile that has convinced us that the senior national team will be in good hands.
This is the 6th job Put is taking in Africa after having previously coached the Gambia, Guinea, Kenya and Burkina Faso. During his time with Burkina Faso, the 67-year-old led them to the second place at 2013 AFCON finals in South Africa.
Order and discipline. I am a very ambitious person, and when I sign for a country is to obtain results. I am aware of the individual quality of this team, but to win, even if the talent is available, a real team spirit.
He left Congo earlier this year after having fallen out with a section of Congo-Brazzaville officials due to recurring administrative problems in the national team setup, which led to him recording only 2 wins in 14 matches under his watch. According to the FUFA president Moses Magogo, Put will appoint his own backroom staff, which will include several Ugandans and 5 other people from Belgium.
Coach has asked us that he will have on the technical team a composition including Ugandans and other non-Ugandans.
Thank you so much for your company. UBC News Tonight has come to an end, but do join us at 10 o'clock for our second edition. Up next is You Health Chat with Sophia Matovu. I'll see you at 10.